everybody. We have a fabulous show on for you tonight. I am so excited to be able to interview this woman. She was actually one of the very first people I ever met when I came to Toastmasters. And actually, I think one of the key reasons why I'm still here today. So if all of you would stand up and please welcome Geraldine Boryski. Geraldine,
hi, it's good
so
to be here.
nice of you. When the producer said we had you on the show, I was so excited. This is fabulous.
Good to be here.
Have a seat. So most of you here tonight obviously know kind of what a meeting in Toastmasters is like, but Geraldine has got like the inside scoop on so many things. She's served as many of the executive positions, and there's so many things I want to ask. It's just crazy. But the main reason that I brought you or asked the producers to get you here tonight was so that we could explain a little bit about the executive positions. So we'll start with that, and if we have time, we'll go into some fun stuff. So Geraldine, how many of there's 7 executive positions.
Right.
There's I'll start from the ones I remember quickly. The Sergeant at Arms, the Treasurer, the Secretary, the VP Membership, VP Public Relations, VP of Education, and of course the President, correct?
That's correct.
So how many of those tell us which executive roles you've occupied or
Okay.
served on, and kind of something that's exciting or that you really value about each of those roles.
All right. I have been in most of the roles. I have not served as secretary, and I have not served as, I'm trying to think of what else I have not served as. I've served on most of them. Yeah, some of them several times, and some of them I really love, and some of them are just so-so, as far as I'm concerned.
So what is your favorite role?
My favorite role is the Vice President of Education. The Vice President of Education is really where it's at. So every one of you, I'm sure, would want to be the Vice President of Education because you have the opportunity to plan the meetings. You have the opportunity to decide if the theme is going to be Dr. Seuss or if it's going to be Minnie Mouse or something else. So the VP of Education, although it's the most exciting role, it is really a lot of work, and there's no point, trying to pretend that it's not a lot of work, but I think that you get the most satisfaction out of the Vice President of Education. Many people feel that the President is probably the toughest job, but Vice President of Education really is even more work than the President. So, but I still think it's just where it's at.
So as VP Education, you're pretty much in charge of
Of
the
it,
meetings
yes.
and of the people's education, I guess. That's why it's
correct.
called that, right?
Exactly, that's right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That sounds like a very exciting role.
It is. It's truly an exciting role. So
You were actually the VP of Education when I started with Toastmasters.
Okay.
And you explained everything to me, and I know that you're helping the VP Education this year as well, explaining everything to our new members as well. So
I think that's really a very important thing, because when you start Toastmasters, you need to know all about Toastmasters, and so it's very important that there is an orientation to Toastmasters, because people come to Toastmasters. I remember when I started Toastmasters, and I thought, how am I ever going to get all of this through my head? So that's a vital thing, and so I really am impressed with the Vice President of Education in the Woodland Club. This year I've noticed that she sees the value of making sure that people do get a good orientation when they start, and planning and having them do their planning and tell her so she can help them, realizing full well that every one of us, when we're in Toastmasters, has goals, our own goals, and we don't need to be having someone else tell us what our goals should be. We each want to grow in our own way.
Excellent. I think she has a very good assistant that helps her with that as well. As the president of a club, what's the main role that you would
Well,
take
I
on?
see the president as the person who is a leader, making sure that everybody who is on executive has, knows what their job is, first of all. And then she encourages them, she or he encourages them, and she's like an organizer. She has to be an organizer for sure. And not doing all the stuff herself, but helping each other, or all of the members, and sort of checking in on them to find out what's going on and to motivate people.
Something that anybody can learn.
Absolutely.
Learn leadership skills
That's
just by
right.
taking that on.
That's for sure.
Wonderful. I also, we could go through all the roles, but there's one thing that I know that you really like doing and that you've really excelled at, and there's some very special people in that, and that's the role of mentorship. We don't speak about that every day in Toastmasters, but I know that you're a fabulous mentor and you have had some past mentees that have been really wonderful. Do you want to give just a little tidbit on that? We're just about out of time, but I wanted to get that in.
Mentors are very important, but you know, you get so much out of being a mentor. When I have a mentor, and I have a wonderful mentee right now, and she's my mentor, and I'm her mentor, and you develop a wonderful friendship. I have actually a number of people who I have mentored, and then you become friends. It's not necessary that you do, but you just fall into a friendship because you're helping the person with their Toastmaster business, and then you just develop a friendship as a result. I think mentors, maybe we don't put enough emphasis on mentors, because everybody should have a chance to be a mentor. So that's one thing that perhaps the Woodland Club might sort of maybe put a little more focus on mentors, because I think everybody would want to be a mentor, and they're maybe not getting a chance. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Well, I think we're out of time. The producers only gave me 7 minutes to get through this interview, so thank you so much, Geraldine, for
having me.
coming
It was
out.
just wonderful.
It was
I
great.
appreciate it.
Thank you.